What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the H-Town Rundown. This is your boy AD, and I got my co-hosts in the building, Auntie Swan and Mike G. What up, everybody? How's y'all good Friday doing? I messed that all the
Oh,
way up, but how y'all doing?
Going good. How about you?
It's a glorious Friday. Swan is enjoying her Friday. She getting toasted and roasted out there in the streets.
yeah, Papacitos.
See, you should have went to nigga those, but that's neither here nor there.
No, she
Um,
picked that.
Missing out. But yeah, no, the Houston Texans, man, have a game on Sunday versus the Indianapolis Colts. Second time around. Beat them the first time 29-27. And we're looking to put an ass whooping again on them one more time. So what are y'all thoughts about this game on Sunday?
Go ahead, Swan.
You go before me.
So when it comes to division games, they can be tricky. We see it in our division, we see it in every division. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, we're gonna just beat the dog crap out of the Colts. It could happen, but obviously Anthony Richardson, who can throw a hell of a deep ball but can't hit a slant route to save his life, is back at quarterback for the Colts for however long he's able to stay healthy, of course. And last week was a little tough. Obviously, as I predicted it come down to final play on a game-winning field goal. I was just wrong about the team that'd be kicking that field goal. So it was pretty close. We're definitely going to throw for more than 86 yards this week. But it's an interesting matchup. Should be a very physical, tough game ahead. Go ahead, Swan.
All righty, Swan.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to Sunday. It's Dre Day. That's the most important day for me, anyway. But yes, I feel like we're gonna beat that ass. For once, I'm agree with AD here. I think we're getting over 30 points for real.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, I like the sound of that. There
Oh
are a
yeah,
lot of
we were pissed off CJ, so I expect at least 4 tutties.
four of them things. I do want to talk about one thing that we missed opening is talking about the signing of Devin White. What are y'all thoughts about the signing of Devin White? Y'all don't want to hear my thoughts.
I want to hear your thoughts, AD.
Trash ass move. This is what it was. Ain't like for a guy that can't get on the roster, nobody wanted him. Nobody was putting out feelers for him. Let's just try to be one thing I hate in sports. I hate to be the team that is the reclamation project team. Let's get these players and have these reclamation projects and try to make them good again.
You don't deny it does happen, though, right?
I don't like it. It ain't happening too much. Who have we reclamated? Other than you don't say Henry because I did that. Who did we make? Who did we make good again?
I'm sure it's happened. Nobody off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's happened. You'll maybe go down that road, huh? Look, Robert. No, I can't. Joe Mixon, which that's not really a reclamation project, but Joe Mixon does look better this year than he's ever looked.
He's had limited snaps, so I think he's probably fresher than he's been too. So, definitely looking forward to it. No, it don't happen. So I don't want to be that team. I don't want to be that team.
Derek Barnett, to an extent.
No. When was Cashman good?
I said Barnett.
No, I'm reading the.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
The
I'm
comments.
going back and forth between teams. My bad.
No, Barnett was good. He was already good. He wasn't bad. He just wouldn't play, and he still ain't really playing with us.
He's better than what those Eagles fans were telling me that I was gonna get.
Yeah.
But do you consider that good though?
For what he has given us, yes. Because to me, he's a depth piece, correct?
Right. Solid depth
So
piece.
he's making a contribution when he's in there, right?
Yeah. So I got a question when you're talking about depth. What is the depth? What is the like? What is the responsibility for a depth linebacker? What do they
To
do
me, it could be
if they're
I
not
mean,
playing on the field? What are they supposed to be
no,
doing?
no, rotating. Because with D'Amico's defense, you know he does that. I mean,
He
switching
does that
guys
with the
in and
D line.
out,
I don't see him.
injuries. I mean, that's the whole point. Is one, you want to keep your guys fresh. Um, you don't have to run them in the ground because you can, sub in and out. Depends on what packages you want to go with. Two, if you have an injury, you're hoping that person can step in and contribute. Now, are you expecting them to do what the starters do? No, but you hope that they're not a liability, and that's one thing he has not been.
Mm-hmm.
That's my impression of depth.
Yeah. I agree. And then Brandon said Mario Edwards. I
Yeah.
mean, he did just get busted for PEDs. So I mean, was that the Texans or was that the PEDs? I mean, what can we say? We don't know.
Can
George
both
Fant.
things be true?
I mean, if they both true, then one overrules the other. The
As long as I'm getting a
PEDs.
contribution, I don't care.
Killer Cal said the jury's still out on Okuda. Okuda ain't played a snap.
What you mean the jury's still out? Hell, he ain't showed up
Where
to
the
court
gamble
yet.
at? Where the
Hold up,
gamble at?
hold up. He ain't even been to court yet. What you mean? The jury's
Yeah.
still out.
You say Brandon say the injury is still out. Not PEDs, just banned something. I don't give a damn. What Ronald Isaac say? Now you busted. No, that's it. Whatever he is, he got busted. So my thing is a guy, one of the main reasons why Philly let him go is that he doesn't play special teams. As a reserve linebacker, if you notice, linebacker, corner safety, and running back, those bottom of the backup guys, those are the ones that play mostly special teams.
But they also said he sucked.
I mean, that's hey,
Hell,
you
even
said
Tampa
it.
fan
I didn't say
said,
it. You
but
said it. I ain't say it.
yeah. But here's the difference: is to me sometimes scenery and also a system fit.
Mm.
To me, if you're a linebacker and we pick you up, I don't have any concerns because of D'Amico. You know what a linebacker is. You know this. I mean, your guy, Tua, who you didn't have no hope in at all.
I don't say I didn't have
You
no
no,
hope. I told you what I was doing, so
hold
I
up.
was, I was,
You
I
at
was
least it took. I mean, you at least acknowledge that the young man has significant improved.
yeah.
So who do
Thanks,
you get that credit to?
me myself. I did.
Oh no. Okay.
I did. Um,
I'm I'm just saying this. If you look at what he was last year as a rookie, and you look at him this year. To
yeah,
me, it's night and day.
yeah.
So if you could do that with a rookie, and he's coming to his second season, why would you not take a Super Bowl winning guy who was good and maybe it's just hey, you know,
Would
he's
you take?
falling off a little bit?
Would you take Justin Reed?
No.
I mean, he's a Super Bowl winning guy who was
Okay, but
good.
see, no,
I
reason
mean, but
why
we
because I
drafted
know,
him.
no, because I had him, so I know what he is, and I
Just saying.
know what Chris Jones and them do over there and Spags. Because if he come back over here, he gonna look the same as he did here.
Mm. But Brandon said I assume Devin White would just be the QB spy, blitzing packages. Plus, Cal said if Miko didn't think White could contribute, he wouldn't be here. Do you
And
trust Ryan's AD? Killer Cal, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
hmm
If he trusts Bobby Slowick, my trust in D'Amico Ryan's is very, very wavering. It's very, very. It's
so
getting a little
okay, so
shaky. It's getting a
no,
little
no.
shaky. It's getting a little shaky. I
Why?
can't trust D'Amico if he trusts Bobby. Um,
Okay, his thing is, so you nobody bats 1,000. Nobody is perfect. Okay,
no.
so I'm saying the position that he played. I think if anybody knows if somebody has got something left in the tank or can work in their scheme, would be him.
Mm, we'll see. I'm not that. I'm just letting you know I don't like it. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm not gonna go no further than that. I don't like
Okay.
it. It is what it is. I just don't think he got anything to contribute to the team. So if he gives some, hey, shout out to him. But I think corner was a bigger need than linebacker right now. Because
Deadline has.
I know the deadline hasn't come yet. But my thing is, you just showed that Jake Hansen and Neville Hewitt are more than capable of being a spot filling for your guys until Aziz and Christian Harris come back. Toa's already back, so those things are you know possible. Brandon said nobody's perfect, but if everyone says to kick the field goal before halftime and you don't, um, but let's move on, man. We got to get into these matchups, and before we get into the matchups, man, I need everybody to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Shout out everybody watching us live and everybody in the comments. We appreciate y'all all. But going into the matchups, I mean, you got to think about it. They're hyping up Jonathan Taylor's back, even though he was there week one. How do you guys think does the defensive line get ultimate pressure on Anthony Richardson in that run game? See how I said it that way, Anthony Richardson in the run game.
Are you meaning to suggest that Anthony Richardson can't really throw and hit a short out route and
Mm.
all the things we said pre-draft that are still true?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely hope that Will Anderson, Fatakasi, Daniel Hunter, Khalil Davis, Autry, we can get pressure up front. I definitely think we will.
Mm-hmm.
How consistent is a question, but I definitely think we can blow up the run game and the small semblance of a passing game that they have.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day for them boys. I think we held Jonathan Taylor to 60 yards week one. I expect the same. The run defense has been great all season.
Mm-hmm.
I expect the same against Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson. Um, I do want to see. I said it on Rubens and Harley with them earlier. I want to see Neville Hewitt suplex the hell out of Anthony Richardson, or IR5 is what you call him.
I don't, because I'm not trying to give no damn 15-yard penalty and give nobody set up for no goddamn touchdown.
Hey, I ain't worried, Swan. Give me the penalty, just cause I guess just give me the penalty. I'll take it. I ain't gonna be mad.
Okay,
But
do you want them to do the same thing to CJ? Because
I went. Look, let me say this.
and we ain't got them kind of old linemen. Okay, so
Let me
I
say
don't
this.
know.
If they do that to CJ,
Ain't shit happening.
and you don't see Laramie Thompson, King
No,
Green,
no.
Juice Brooks,
Shit,
Shaq
shit.
Mason, or
I,
Titus Howard come up there to protect CJ, then I'm telling you right now, all their asses is fired. All of them. All of them. You fired. Give me. I'm Donald Trump. I'm Donald Trump in their ass. All y'all motherfuckers fired. All. Um. But Brandon brought up a good point. Time for a Stingley game. We've been asked for a Stingley game all year. I don't think Stingley had a game yet. Yeah, no, we don't want Richardson injured. We want him to be the coach QB all season. Anthony Rich, I think it was a Colts fan this week that brought up a stat that the games that Anthony Richardson has fully started the whole game, he hasn't thrown over 50% in none of those games. This season he's at his completion percentage is 48.5% completion percentage this year. So he's not an accurate quarterback. I don't think that's a hyperbole or a shocking statement.
He never was.
Oh, we know. Oh, we know. That's what we said. You can be great out. You can say you can run fast. What was my thing? He can run fast.
Just
He can
jump
jump
high.
high, and he
Jump
can throw
high.
far. That's it. He can't play quarterback. So I'm not concerned about Anthony Richardson in the passing game. I'm not concerned about Michael Pittman Jr. AD Mitchell, who's been a non-factor in Indy. Like
Yeah.
I don't. Did they forget he was on the team?
No, the reason why, no, reason why he has been the non-factor is because when Josh Downs came back, he's getting those reps. So that's who you need to worry about, him and Alec Pierce.
Mm. We will see, man. So we will see what they do. But I got a little more faith in like Mr. Invisible said earlier. Does Kalen Bullock get his fourth interception of the year? Does he
Oh
pick up
yeah,
Richardson off 2 times this year? Does that happen? So
if he
um
doesn't pick him off, he could wind up with a pass defense, a tip or
hmm.
whatever. But I think he's gonna be very much and
Killer Cuz say he Tebow 2.0.
Damn. Oh,
I
oh, so you said he's a white Tebow?
ain't gonna say I ain't gonna say he that bad. But I mean he close, but I ain't gonna proclaim that yet. Tebow did take the team to the playoffs.
Yeah, but he
Um,
couldn't go for shit. Not even
yeah.
fall. No, I mean,
Um, but another thing I want to talk about that's been very toxic topic in Texans Twitter, and that's the offensive line play last week against the Green Bay Packers. Um, on the all 22, I brought up the fact about the Texans running condensed personnel, bunch formations
Lord.
quite a bit. I think on all 22 we counted it out that I think the whole first half they ran a wide receiver outside the numbers one time the whole first half. It was kind of embarrassing, but then you turn on the game and you look at what Sean McVay did with
Hmm.
the Rams, and they ran a hell of a lot of bunch formations too. But it's totally different, and
Yeah.
it's just hard. It's weird to say, but they running. He's taking his guy from Sean McVay, but he doesn't have the it factor of Sean McVay.
Mm-mm.
he,
So it's something about the way Sean McVay calls plays, the tempo of the game for the Rams. They're always like quick, 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 quick. Nothing's ever like stalled out. Let's slow it down. Let's wait here. Let's do this. I brought up the principal fact about the offensive line because I want to talk about the condensed, a little bit. I don't want to talk about it too long because we talked about it on the all 22, but how the condensed formations kind of hurt the offensive line. Especially a team that pressures a lot, like Green Bay does, and Minnesota did. When you run those condensed formations, you're bringing 8 to 9 men close to the line of scrimmage. So now you don't know. Offensive lineman doesn't know who they're going, what their responsibility is, because there's so many men on the line of scrimmage. Rather than if you spread them out and you're looking at 5 men, a 5-man rush of 6 men, whatever, that's easier to divert, not divert. That's easier to dissect and
Mm-hmm.
pick apart what you're going to do on the offensive line. Another thing that we've been talking about on Texans Twitter too is the fact of the slow at calling plays at the last minute. Is see if you notice, if you watch the games, the Texans always seem to break the huddle and get to the line of scrimmage with like 6-7 seconds left on the play clock. And that right there is a fundamental problem because you're not giving the offensive lineman, CJ, anybody a chance to really dissect what the defense is trying to do. Um, I pointed the example. Just imagine offensive lineman, you break the huddle, you come to the line, and it's 8 men in front of you, and you got to dissect what you're going to do, who you're going to pick up, who has who in 5 or less seconds. You gotta protect it. Tell me how that helps an offensive line.
Now, I'm gonna say something about that because, as you know, I stayed out of touch on this week because it was like really, like you say, toxic. I
Mm-hmm.
was already pissed, and I just really couldn't have my week just continue to be bad. I can't do it. But I'm playing catch up, and I was listening to Big Sarge
Mm-hmm.
Media. For those who don't know,
Daily
maybe he can tell
podcast.
you about what where you can get your favorite podcast at. But he had some really good questions for Slowick the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and I just got pissed off all over again based on his response. But specifically, Sarge asked him regarding getting um, kind of up tempo a little bit, kind of getting into the offense sooner. Um, and with the plays and so forth. And to me, it kind of felt like he slightly was trying to throw CJ and the old line under the bus because he's trying to say the play is getting in enough time. Is that you got to get out, you got to get in a huddle quicker, you got to get out of the huddle quicker. So that's how I took it. And the question also was asked regarding could he audible? Because sometimes it's like, okay, even if they get out of the huddle, we're looking at this shit when they're lining up, and you're going like, wait a minute, what? And then they snap, and before you know it, he's either running for his life, or he's been sacked, or it's a turnover, or whatever the case may be. But I don't think, I don't know if he doesn't care or he just really, can't read the room.
You
But
talking about Bobby?
uh-huh,
Mm-hmm.
because this has been 7 weeks. It wasn't just the Green Bay game. We've
Mm-hmm.
been seeing this. So he says some plays are a lot of verbiage, so it takes more time, and then some is shorter. I don't understand personally, if you know that getting out of the huddle is an issue, why are you using certain plays that you know is a lot of verbiage? You mean to tell me you can't shorten it? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm having an issue at. It's not just that they get out of the huddle. It's not the play not getting in. Sometimes the play you're even calling doesn't make sense for what you got right now.
Mm-hmm. Cal said, that's on CJ. The communication in the headset is cut off at 15 seconds. Get your damn players into the huddle. Cal, you can get the players in the huddle, and the communication cuts off at 15 seconds. But if Bobby Slowick has a play call that's like 8 seconds long to say, then it's by the time you get out the huddle, if you notice, you see CJ with the little flap, and he just look like he reading the whole paragraph. And by the time you get out the huddle, then you back at square one. So, it's a CJ thing, but that's a slower thing too. Slow. My thing is there's no tempo in the game, so you don't see the Texans playing where you have two plays called at one time. Where you don't have to huddle at all. Cal, I challenge you to find me a drive where the Texans did not huddle the whole drive. When they went no huddle. Name me a drive, even in crunch time. Guess what they do? They huddle up and they take time off the clock. Like they do things that like they're not a fast tempo type team, and it helps if you dumb it down. We
Mm-hmm.
talked about it with Ruben and Harley. You gotta dumb down the play calls, dumb down the protection schemes, like make things a little bit more simpler. And then there was a question raised by Ruben. Shout out Ruben. Like last year, you had a lot of moving parts on the offensive line. Like why are they more successful than this offensive line right now? And I would say they had to dumb it down because you had so many moving parts. You couldn't
Mm-hmm.
be that complicated changing out a guard every week and changing out a tackle here and losing 3 or 4 centers in a row. Like you can't be that complex with your play calling and your offense when you have so many players rotating in and out. So yes, we need to dumb down the play call. Brandon said, "Now it's dumbed down so much that the play starts and they just trip and fall over." So I'm gonna get off my soapbox, man, because I've been talking about it for too long. I'm gonna act ass on the stadium and I'm gonna yell and scream. On Sunday when they play the Colts, stay for halftime, watch Dre. Put on that Hall of Fame ring as well. But that was one of the matchups. I think the Colts defense is very, very lacking. They don't create pressure.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Even week 1 when they got pressure, I put more of that on CJ than I did the offensive line. Because CJ has a propensity to hold the ball for too long. And this is not something that's, new or anything. CJ does have a tendency. We saw that in the Patriots game where he had like 9-10 seconds to hold the ball and still got pressure at the end of the day. Like it's not feasible to expect your offensive line to hold the block for 7, 8, 9 seconds. That's not
Right.
feasible in the NFL. It's not Ohio State.
Mm-mm.
You're not playing Indiana or
Northwestern.
Wisconsin or Northwestern or something like that. Like you're not going to have opportunities to just sit back and wait and wait and wait and wait for somebody to come open. Hot rod, like we talked ad nauseum about this with the offense and how they need to be better. I have zero concerns about the defense. So just whatever.
Zero concerns about the defense?
Zero, man.
All right.
We were outgunned against a very much more potent offense in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And we literally held Green Bay to 24 points.
Yeah.
And we turned them over 2 times, should have been 4. So I'm not with 5 starters missing on your defense. So I'm
Yeah.
really not too concerned. I have zero concern with the defense in this game playing a lesser team, lesser offense. I do think we'll fare just fine on defense against the Colts.
And my only question / concern is, hey, let's make sure Anthony Richardson doesn't run all over us because that has happened before.
Mm-hmm.
But our run defense is a lot better now than it was early last year. So Green Bay had a decent amount of success, but they have an elite ground game. And even then, Josh Jacobs didn't rush all over us by any means. So with backups in, as you said, missing 5 starters on defense. I mean, and that just speaks to D'Amico and his coaching and how he has these guys ready. So,
yeah, absolutely. I want to get into some hot takes, man.
okay, let's talk about it.
About the hot takes. Swan, I know you getting toasted and roasted. Go ahead and give me a hot take for Sunday. Swan, you there? Well, since Swan is like Killer Cow, I have a question for you. You said what concerns
I
you?
had to take a swig.
Just like a Negro. What you say, Mike G? What concerns you have on the defense?
I mean, the secondary, and I guess just we haven't truly been tested yet this season by a Anthony Richardson type, except for week 1, where
Josh Allen.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he didn't have any receivers, but true. Because I mean, even Khalil Shakir, he didn't have him. So, and I guess on the back end, hey, let's not get lackadaisical again like we were in week 1, and just let Alec Pierce, because there's 2 things Anthony Richardson does do extremely well: running in the open field. I mean, that's a horse that you're trying to tackle. After that he plays for the Colts, and the deep ball. he does have some impressive deep ball accuracy. So A.D. Mitchell and Alec Pierce, if
But
they're able to capitalize and Stingley is caught kind of lurking,
but
or
his
one of the
but
other
his
corners.
thing is Jimmy Ward ain't playing. So
No, but I mean Stingley is kind of playing at least up to this point, kind of a making business decisions. So we need him to make fewer of those business decisions this week. And Alec Pierce, A.D. Mitchell, they are capable of getting behind our defense, and then we see a few plays that resemble week one. So he asked what my concerns are. Those are my potential
okay,
obstacles that we could face.
okay. So for me, my concern is the offensive line and Bobby Slowick. Other than that, I don't have no concerns.
Fair enough.
I don't have no. I don't have obviously Lassiter being back,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel a lot more comfortable with the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Our linebackers were straight. I mean, Aziz is not back there, but still, I having Tua back there. Um, I still think that Devin will have a contribution back there. And then we have Archery now, which was not there for the first game.
True.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. Revenge
I'm
game.
looking. So I'm. My thing is that I feel like we're going to get the pressure. So I'm not concerned about the defense. I need the offense. Joe Mixon playing, so I think he could do the same thing he did to them previously.
Yeah.
Um, so, like I said, it's just really what is Slowick going to do, and if the offensive line, um, I don't know, because I'm tired of hearing them say they they had a good week of practice. Because I ain't seeing it on the field.
Yeah, I don't know who's in charge of the grounds crew and all that, but we need to make sure there are no banana peels out on the field for Titus Howard to slip on. So that would be preferable. But
Yeah.
getting into the hot takes, what you got, AD?
No, I'm gonna let you go, Mike. And then let Swan go. Let Swan
Go ahead, Swan.
on the phone. Let her go, Swan.
Oh, what am I saying? I didn't hear the
Hot
question.
take.
The hot take. Hot take
Oh,
of this game.
hot take. We're gonna put a 50 on them, and CJ will have 5 tutties.
You got more?
Uh huh. No, and 2 of them will be Tank Dale.
While Mike is still in his face, um, what is your hot take, Mike? Hot take, Mike G does not eat food on the podcast on Tuesday. That's the hot take. Go ahead, Mike.
I would say Danico Autry has at least 2 sacks, maybe 3 against his former team. Yeah. Daniil Hunter will also have 2 sacks at least.
Daniil?
Yeah.
He had multiple sacks the whole season.
I know. Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs will both have touchdown catches. And Joe Mixon will also have 2 tutties.
Okay.
And Titus Howard will not fall down untouched.
I'm about to call what's that man named Donnie McClurkin? Every time and play that song, every time he fall, we fall down, but we get up. But my hot take, man, is that Stephon Diggs has a 100-yard game with a touchdown. First 100-yard game of the season for Stephon Diggs.
Oh, it is.
Yep. Stephon Diggs. I don't think Stephon Diggs got over 80 yards receiving. No, did he get 91
He
yet?
had more.
Yeah, 91 game, but he hasn't had 100 this season. I think he gets his first 100-yard receiving game. I'm gonna say it again until it happens. John Mechie gets his first touchdown. in his NFL career this year. Um, in his NFL career, not just this year, but period. Um, and I think Will Anderson continues his run for Defensive Player of the Year, and has a multiple sack game.
You know how much it hurts for me not to be able to say what school they did. I can't even do that anymore. You know how much that hurts.
Yeah, man, it's hard, man. It's hard out here. I would say what school AD Mitchell go to, but hey, I don't know. They losers too. Um, I think
Hey, all the coaches having success are saving disciples. That's them.
I mean, it's one in College Station that ain't no saving disciple. That's having very much success this year. Um, I'm glad I can talk it because Swan can't talk shit back. 'Cause she out and about drinking like a motherfucker. Um, but I do want to go ahead and go right into it. We got a prediction right here. Brandon said Archery a 3-set game. I think he's responding to Mike. Dre Day said, "Can we put a bounty on the bunch plays? $5 per bunch."
Oh my god!
You trying to get us out of here, man? We all gonna be
if
broke.
they put an over under on how many bunch plays,
We all be broke. Hey, tell me that number gonna be high. um, but Mike, I'm gonna start with Mike G. What is your score prediction for this game?
well, I already said 2 tutties for Mixon, and I already said a tutty for Tank Dale and a tutty for Stephon Diggs. We're blown past that 30-point mark. Come on, what we Texans 38, Colts 24. They get a little garbage time tutty in the fourth quarter, but we rolling.
Mike G with the 30 burger. Swan, what is your score prediction? Swan, are you there?
Okay, yes, I am. So I said he was going to have 4 tutties. I got mixing with 2. So that's 6 times, that's 42. And sprinkle in a couple of field goals from Hawaiian Punch.
Okay.
That's, help me out with the math. I'm in here with my drink.
You said 41 and then plus 6?
No, 42. No, 42. Because they went, oh, no, I'm sorry.
48.
Yeah, 4, 2. That's 6 times 7, 42. And 6, 49.
Hold on. You already said they'd have over 50.
Hold on. When does 6 plus 2 equal 9?
No. I'm saying 2 field goals. That's 6.
Yes, and 42.
48. I'm sorry, 48.
Now, hold on, though. You already said they put up over 50.
No, I got Mixon with 2 touchdowns on his own.
Okay, what you got the Colts having? You got Texans 48, Colts?
I got the Colts with 17.
17. One with the supreme blowout of the Colts on Dre Day. We got
There we go. Yeah.
We got Brandon got the Texans 27-13. Dre Day got the Texans 28-14. Killer Cal said the Texans are gonna win 45-20.
All right, Killer Cal. There you go.
Yeah. Gave a little love to Miami too.
Y'all already know my rule. I'm not predicting under 30 points for the Texans this year. It's gonna be a highly competitive game. But I got the Texans blowing the Colts out the water.
Now, how's it supposed to be highly competitive and you blowing
it be highly competitive.
Highly competitive in the first half?
Yeah, it'd be highly competitive in the first quarter.
Okay.
I got the Texans winning this game, man, 34-17.
All right.
I think it's gonna be they're gonna coast the victory. You may see Davis Mills in this game.
Whoa. We'll
So
skip right.
skip
part
right
on
to
Tuesday.
the end, right? Davis Mills getting the game. Y'all know it's time to cut it off. But yeah, man, it's been a great episode.
Whoa. Are we doing NFL picks?
You right. Sure did. Thanks for reminding me. Shout out Dane Berry Sports. Happy Friday, brother. Let me pull up the schedule, y'all. Hold on. I ain't get the schedule. Hold on. NFL. What is it? Week 8?
Week 8, yes, sir. I did have the Rams beating the Vikings too.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
that little. I mean, talk about hashtag piss people off. I'm gonna really piss people off later in the season if that trend continues. But
Look, let me go ahead and pull up this schedule. So right now, like you said, the Rams beat the Vikings, and I mean, people complain about that call in the end zone about the face mask. Let's
yeah,
be real. The doggone Vikings wasn't going down the field. The
they do
last,
need to make that reviewable in the
yeah,
offseason in the league meetings. That does need to change, but you're
mhm.
right. That still wouldn't have changed the outcome of the
Yeah,
game.
no. The way the Rams defense was playing and the way the Vikings offense was playing in that second half, yeah, they weren't going down and scoring no touchdown. Um, First on tap, we got Cincinnati and Philadelphia. Philadelphia going to Cincinnati. What you got, Mike?
It's gonna be a close game since you got home field advantage. Since he's starting to get hot, but honestly, Philly's a little underrated because they are finally healthy. The narrative about, oh, Philly hadn't looked that good. Well, yeah, but they weren't healthy yet. Overtime, I got the Eagles winning.
I've got Cincy. I don't have no faith in the Philadelphia Eagles. Swan, what you got? You gonna be here for the picks or not? All right, moving on. Baltimore and Cleveland. I think we can all say that's Baltimore. No Deshaun Watson, no problem for the Baltimore Ravens.
I mean, that might actually help Cleveland, but they're still going to lose.
Yeah, they're going to lose. Detroit and Tennessee, that ain't even a question. It's Detroit.
Yeah, definitely a survivor pick pool.
Yeah. The next game, Arizona, Miami, with Tua Tagovailoa coming back to play at home in Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Mike, who do you got in this game?
I think that's going to be a fun one. Arizona's been a little underrated. Miami's going to look a lot better, assuming Tua's, truly healthy and not exhibiting symptoms, which I don't think he has. But I do have Miami pulling off a close game.
Yeah, Tua gonna come back and make that offense look totally different. They win this game easily. Even though Arizona's been very, very competitive, I think that Miami wins this game by at least 2 possessions. New York versus the Patriots, the Jets versus the Patriots. You know what I'm gonna say? The Patriots pull off the upset.
Whoa.
And they beat the Jets.
Yeah, you really pushing that anti-Jets narrative there. Division game. Divisions can be weird, but I'm going to go with the Jets. Before they blow that thing to pieces, I think the Jets pull off a dub over the Pats.
Aaron Rodgers.
I actually got the Patriots winning.
Yeah,
because they don't win up there.
and Aaron Rodgers is dealing with multiple injuries.
But here's the thing: is that Drake May's confidence is building up, and he's getting a little comfortable. And yeah, I got them. Yeah. But at the same time, if they beat them, that means we got to deal with them on Thursday. So
I don't worry about it. Then we got Atlanta and Tampa Bay. I think Atlanta pulls this one off.
Ain't gonna pull out. Hell, Mike Evans down, Godwin dislocated ankle. So
yeah, pulling out for my best call. The injuries to the Bucks. I mean, the Rams are coming back, the Dolphins are coming back, so that helps. But putting that aside, yet Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, McMillan's talented. Kate Otten can make some plays, but Atlanta's winning that game.
Yeah,
they should.
Yeah, they
if they don't, what happened to Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
Okay. We went in and let the Panthers beat us last year. We let the Falcons beat us last year.
They had these invisible trampolines injected into the field. Now I don't know how they did it, but
yeah, I got Atlanta winning. So
yeah,
we got Green Bay and Jacksonville.
See, that's a weird thing. Technically, Packers should beat them, but I don't know. Maybe because of what we did to them, and they were at home. But because I'm a hater, I'm going Packers.
Okay.
I mean, Jacksonville is better at home. Green Bay's not quite as good as they are at home, but like, I mean, what's the blueprint for Jacksonville to win that game? I'm going with the Packers.
Yeah, I mean that's easy. So next game I got the Chargers and Saints. Two bad teams. I think the Chargers win that game. Saints are doo doo, man.
Yeah, what a fall! Like a what?
Started
The way
2-0. They gave us
I
hope.
know the way they have just fallen off a cliff. Now the injuries. Yeah, Chargers.
Next game is Buffalo and Seattle. That's a good one in Seattle.
Yeah.
Um, I think Seattle pulls it out at home.
I think a little Josh Allen magic at the end, but 3-point win.
Brandon said Jaguars lose 77-0. He also said the Jets 6-game losing streak incoming. Broncos Carolina.
Oh
Come on,
God.
this is Broncos.
Hey, Bright's playing.
Yeah, that ain't the flicks that you think it is.
Go to hell.
Kansas City and Vegas.
I mean, I didn't even pick that one, but yeah.
Oh, you said you ain't picked the Carolina one? I mean, it's self-explanatory.
There could be some weirdness with that game, but I'm gonna go with Denver.
Mm-hmm.
You said Kansas City, Vegas, KC.
You going against Bryce?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah. Kansas City, Vegas. I see Vegas pulling the upset.
With what?
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hopkins. You do know they traded for Hopkins, so you know
Right.
he got to show. No, because he been chirping.
True.
Hopkins gonna
So-
have 2 catches for 14 yards.
Because there's, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with
Yes,
you.
we could.
In
What?
the end, KC gonna win. I'm not talking about a blowout or nothing like that, but
I do think Kansas City wins, but one of the main reasons I'm not picking them in survivor pools this week, Vegas has the tendency. We've seen this over the last 2 or 3 years where they just pull off these weird ass games they have no business winning that they just get overhyped for.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is like their Super Bowl type of game, just like when they beat Baltimore. I think Kansas City wins, but it'll probably be ugly.
Hey, Brandon got a point. If the Raiders beat the Ravens and Chiefs, that'll be hilarious.
Then we need to hire their coordinators
just for those games.
just for those games.
The next game we got Chicago and Washington. No Jaden Daniels, but Marcus Mariota did look good in that game coming off the bench.
they said he was in a bubble practice. They announced that he's not playing.
I don't think he's playing. He hasn't practiced all. They said 3 days in a row he hasn't practiced.
But he hadn't been ruled out yet.
He hasn't been ruled out yet.
Okay.
They on Sunday Night Football, ain't they? If I'm not mistaken.
No.
Monday
Sunday
night.
afternoon. Sunday
Yeah,
afternoon.
Oof.
Yeah.
Is that Washington?
Yeah, it's at Washington.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Washington, but it'll be close.
What you got, Swan?
Oh, I want Redskins.
Hold on now, you can't say that no more.
Yes, I can.
The next Sunday night football game is the Cowboys and 49ers. Ugh. I mean, just this slate of games is not a good slate of games, man.
There's a few good ones, but yeah, overall it's not great. I think that'll be a pretty good game. The injuries to San Fran's a little concerning, but that Detroit trend does that continue? I don't know if you saw my tweets about it.
Yep. Anytime a team plays Detroit, they lose the following week they play.
They don't just lose; they usually look like dog shit. Dallas, they did have a bye though, so was last week their loss? I don't know. Is it in San Fran?
Yeah, it's in San Fran.
I'm gonna go with the Niners.
Swan, who you got?
Niners.
All right. I'm gonna say Cowboys and Dak pull off the win. They break the streak. Then we got Monday Night Football, New York Giants against the Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson showed out last game. I think the trend continues because they look totally different with Russell Wilson playing quarterback. I think it's a blowout in Pittsburgh against the Giants.
I might actually go to that game. I'm gonna see what the tickets look like. But
Tickets
yeah,
as low as $81.
we'll see. If they come down a little bit, might take a few folks here. But yeah, I think the
I
Steelers.
said Dallas had two buys.
Yeah, I definitely think the Steelers pull this one out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I think that wraps it up. No double Monday night game. I don't know why they did that because that was trash last week. But yeah, they got to get that together. But
I mean, yeah, the Cardinals Chargers was close, but it wasn't entertaining by any means.
That's weird to say. 49ers last in their division.
Yeah.
But shout out to changing the narrative. Enjoying her drinks with Swan. All in all, man, it's gonna be a good day to be a Texan. Andre Johnson. It's Andre Johnson Day for the Houston Texans. Hall of Fame, Andre Johnson. I mean, he gets his Hall of Fame ring. He already got the gold jacket. It's gonna be a good day. Good celebration for Andre. Texans ain't losing this game. No way, no how. So I'm ready, man. I'm ready for Sunday. Ready to see everybody on a Victory Tuesday. Let me preface this and say next Tuesday we will have the all 22, but the Tuesday after that we will not have the all 22. Yeah. We will have the all 22 probably on Saturday or another day, but it ain't gonna be Tuesday. Y'all know what happens on that.
It'll be another day. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I'm like,
yeah, it'll be another day, but it ain't gonna be Tuesday. Everybody knows what November 5th is. I need everybody to go out and vote, regardless of who you want to be president or want to be congressman or want to be senator or want to be, councilman, judge, whatever. Y'all go ahead and vote and get out there and put your ballot in and support whoever you want to support, man.
I just got my mail-in ballot, so
I went on yesterday and voted. Early voted.
I was gonna say, why you didn't do the early voting when we can still do the podcast?
Mike is mailing it in because Mike ain't at home.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying is we still can do the podcast.
Swan, I'm not doing no podcast on election night.
Nah.
Why?
I'm probably going to be driving from Pittsburgh to somewhere else during that day. So
I'm not. Look, I'm bunkering down on Tuesday.
Well,
because either way it goes,
we're not going to know who wins on Tuesday.
We're not going to know who wins.
Exactly.
It'll be Wednesday or Thursday.
We're going to have an idea. It's going to be close. But I'm not going to be in the streets.
I'm probably going to come down to the state I'm in right now.
Hold on. Let me preference this, okay? Because last election, we had my mother-in-law got in a really, really bad accident.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Broke her back, totaled out her car, everything, right? Yeah. Everybody sit your ass at home. Go vote early. Do what you do. Especially the people that's a little older. Vote early. Do mail-in ballots. Do what you got to do. Do not be out there in these streets on election night. Because regardless of where it goes, the way it may be trending to go here, trending to go there, it's going to be ridiculous and it's going to be crazy and it's going to be a lot of tension and a lot of toxic people outside going crazy. So, Swan, I may go over Swan house because Swan loaded up. Swan ready for everything.
Hey.
Hey, she just got future broadcast too, so you can.
Hold up. 2 a.m. is best.
And then Brandon says it wrong to write the Jags took on my ballot. Nah, write it in. But all in all, man, it's been a great episode of the Sound Rundown. Shout out to my co-hosts Mike G and Auntie Swan and everybody in the chat. We will see y'all on Victory Tuesday for the All 22. Peace.